Hey everybody, Kelly with Kelly Cameron Coaching. Thanks for being here, whether you're live or on the replay. I appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about conflict. We're going to be looping back around from a post from earlier this week that we got to talk a lot about conflict. If you know anybody that is struggling with conflict, needs to have a brush up on conflict, is afraid of conflict, conflict is part of our everyday lives, and we're going to talk about that. If there's anyone you know that needs more information on this, tag them. Share this video with them. The more engagement we get, the better the Facebook gets the information out there. So, and I always appreciate likes, comments, and shares, of course. So, a little bit about me. I'm Kelly with Kelly Cameron Coaching. I like to work with couples, especially parents, couples that are struggling with just the day-to-day conflict, chaos, their relationship, and it could be relationship with themselves, with each other, and then of course parenting. All that translates into a big ball of stress and overwhelm and chaos in a lot of times. So I like to help kind of pull apart all those different pieces and help them have a more peaceful relationship, peaceful home, peaceful family. And that's what I love to do, because families are so important to me, and families can look in any shape, form, whatever you want. There's, so many different structures of families. So I love to work with families. Anyway, so we are talking about conflict today. Something that a lot of us don't like, a lot of us avoid. Why is conflict important? It really is essential to every successful relationship. If we don't know how to do conflict or navigate conflict well or in a healthy way, the relationship is at a surface level at best and probably not thriving and may not last that long. And I've gone through experiences on my own of high conflict in a relationship and also no conflict. So coming from high conflict, which is super stressful, to no conflict, thinking that we were doing really well because there was no conflict in the relationship. Well, really, it was just avoiding the conflict that was there, and those patterns would repeat over and over again. And even if they were few and far between, two really pretty calm people, so there wasn't a lot of conflict. But then, as always happens, there are bumps in the road. It's life. Life happens. So there are bumps in the road. How do you deal with those? How do you navigate those? How do you navigate those successfully and together? So not having a really good base of how to do conflict, how to navigate conflict, how to work on conflict together in a more graceful, conscious, loving manner. When that big bump in the road comes, the relationship just falls apart. So conflict is essential to learn how to do that. And not just a partner relationship, but any relationship, anything in your family, friends, parenting, all relationships will have some sort of conflict. So how do you navigate that? How do you make it in a healthy way? I love a lot of the comments that you guys shared earlier in the week, admitting that a lot of us avoid conflict, and I'm guessing a lot of people that didn't comment, they're avoiding conflict. You're not alone. There's so many people that avoid conflict like the plague because it's super uncomfortable. Nobody likes it. Other people have approached it kind of in a passive-aggressive manner, like, I don't really want to do conflict face, head on, but I'm gonna dig at you because I'm not happy with you. And other people, it's just, maybe explosive, and that's what makes conflict ugly and super stressful. And a lot of you are super wise and have done the work. So this isn't your first rodeo. You know how to hold space for each other, how to open up conversations, because conflict and communication go hand in hand. In order to successfully resolve it and navigate it, you've got to have the communication. So having a calm opportunity to discuss and figure out what's going on. Getting to the root of the matter, of the issue, of the conflict. A lot of times we have behavior patterns that we're just repeating the same things over and over again, maybe just applying it to different situations, but it's probably the same pattern. So getting to the root of that pattern so that you can resolve that conflict, figure out the best way to navigate through that going forward. Looking at my other notes, really owning your thoughts, owning your feelings, owning your behaviors, not projecting that onto other people. So when we're having these challenging and difficult conversations about conflict, really owning your part of it and how you really feel about it, and not just pointing fingers and saying, well, you did this, and really owning how you feel about it. That is huge. Unraveling that root of the issue, going for clarity. So a lot of times in conflict, we're not seeing eye to eye, but the point is not necessarily to have agreement, like to win the other person to your side. It doesn't have to be agreement. We're all different people. We come from different backgrounds. We're not in a relationship with each other to be the same person. So the beauty of relationships is you have people from different experiences and different perspectives that complement each other and can make it such a rich environment to have different perspectives and appreciate those different perspectives. So not going for agreement or trying to, sway the other person that you're right and they have to believe that you're right, and the argument or the conflict isn't over until everyone agrees. That's not the point. So the point of conflict is really to go for clarity. Where is the other person coming from? Where are you coming from? So you guys can gain perspective on each other's position and where you're coming from. And, sometimes it's agree to disagree, and that's okay. That's totally fine. So clarity is great. Agreement is not necessarily the goal. So clarity is super important. And then on top of all of that, throughout, before, during, and after, throw in lots of appreciation and love for your partner and whoever it is that you're having conflict with, and appreciation for yourself. You're showing up and doing the work. You guys are working on this together. So lots and lots of love and appreciation, because that's what relationships are all about. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining in. So today, conflict doesn't have to be scary. A lot of times we're just avoiding it because it seems scary. It doesn't have to be scary. We can break it down into really simple steps, and it's very doable. And it's so, so important for healthy, successful relationships. So thank you for joining in, whether it's live or on the replay. Don't forget to share, like, and comment. I always appreciate that. And you know how to get a hold of me if you want to talk more about conflict. Take care. I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.